They'll run with Walker to begin the drive. Now he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's second and a yard. Sticking with Walker on second down. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
They'll throw on first down. Here's Howell. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
They'll come up now on second and a yard. Howell, he'll look to throw it. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is a defense that's certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
3rd and 1. Howell's going to throw it. And that is incomplete.
Whenever I see a drop like that, I have to kind of take a step back and check myself a little bit. So used to seeing those big guys make big-time spectacular plays that when they drop one, I have to remind myself, we ask a lot out of these guys. Block and catch the football, not easily done in today's NFL.
They'll run for it. It's Walker. They find some open field here. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. Back to Walker on first down. And a pickup of about 4 down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
To throw on 2nd and 6, Howell. Throw out wide to Walker. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down. So nothing there that time, and maybe you need to look to the O-line. They weren't able to create any space.
No, they weren't, and you know as well as I do, as many offensive line coaches we've ever met, I think that'll be addressed loudly when those guys get to the sideline.
And they're usually loud and big. Now, meanwhile, they go for it on 4th down, and my goodness, incomplete. The Niners go for it, but it doesn't work out. And this defense holds firm here on the opening drive of the night.
Here we go.
Now Lawrence down around his goal line. Open man is Uzama. That'll go for a gain of 7, and that's going to bring up 2nd down. This defense for the Niners, they were terrific last week in the win over the Rams.
And one of the key things you always look for when you're evaluating a defense is how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get per game? And how about last week's game? That number, 6. Absolutely phenomenal performance. They were on top of their game right from the first snap.
To throw again on 2nd down, Lawrence. And he will find his man on the outside. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. The Ravens had 10-5 to start play. Well, they were losers last time out, trying to turn things around here in this one.
And it always helps to have a home crowd behind you, giving you encouragement as long as you give them something good to cheer about. So you know they just want to come out and play well for their faithful, and I expect them to do just that.
A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. Now Lawrence to throw. And incomplete on the deep ball.
But they certainly came out firing in this one, and while that one was incomplete, I can't imagine that'll be the last shot that they take in this game.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Lawrence. That's caught by the big tight end, Dallas Goedert. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. That third down conversion good for 23.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds it for the first down.
And they'll throw on first down with Lawrence. Now, quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here on this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Ambry Thomas. And the 49ers are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield. They're trying to resurrect his confidence. Last week was a disaster. 5 interceptions in that loss, and another pick there.
I played with a quarterback like this before, and he had a tough game, and the head coach said, I'll take him, I'll fix him. The very next game, he started out the exact same way. The head coach turned to the offense coordinator and said, he's yours from now on. Someone has to take responsibility and work with him and try and get him settled.
Off play action. It's Howell. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Matt Judon charges in there hard and drops him for a loss of 12 from that outside linebacker position. Coming off the line, he's been wreaking havoc all year. And look, that's why, as a result, he's getting some looks for Defensive Player of the Year in the NFL. And
I know that many people don't have him first on their list right now, but he deserves that type of consideration.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now second down and 22 yards to go. Second down, Howell back to pass. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Third and long, here's Howell. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to fourth. On fourth down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. Back deep, Jakeem Grant. Fielded just inside the 20. A 39-yard punt, a return of 5, and the Ravens, they'll take over. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
But how about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said it didn't lead to points, stalled off that drive. Now they've got a chance to redeem themselves and maybe reward their defense a little bit by putting some points on the board on this one.
And a nice gain of 21 yards. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for first and 10. They run straight ahead here with Pollard. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Here's second and 9, just a yard on that last run. Now Lawrence. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Well, to me, there was no question about the intent there, and I think he was a little fortunate that the penalty flag didn't come out for grounding. But he'll get away with it and get another shot on third down.
After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. From the gun, it's Lawrence. That's into the hands of Donovan Peoples-Jones. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 39. On 1st down, Lawrence. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35. Coming up on 2nd and 7.
Hey, Delta. Hey, Echo.
Play action. It's Lawrence. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. And they put it on the ground here on the 2nd drive. And, of course, Charles, that follows drive number 1 where they had the INT.
Makes you wonder what's going on with this team because a lot of times we can attribute it to nerves, but maybe it's a lack of focus. Maybe it is the preparation for the game. Maybe they just came into a little lackadaisical because that's just not looking good at all. That's just not the football that we came here to see.
On 2nd down, it's Walker, and he'll be taken down at the 34. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
They'll try for the first with Walker. And he's able to work his way down inside the red zone to the 19-yard line. 69 yards for him on the ground so far tonight as he has been terrific in this first half. Walker now on 1st and 10. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Defensively, he has been a presence in their backfield in the first half. Had a sack earlier, and now he comes up with a big tackle for a loss.
And going right back to Walker. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. That's good for 21 yards and a first down. 2 minutes on the clock in what's been a scoreless first half. They need about the length of the football here on 1st and goal. Howell on the QB sneak. And he'll take this into the end zone for a San Francisco touchdown. His 3rd rushing touchdown of the year, his 5th overall. And the Niners post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this 2nd quarter. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And job 1 here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by DJ Reed. And the Niners are going to take possession of the football.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. 18 yards that time to push him up 1st and goal. Here's Walker. And he'll get him a bit closer as he's down to the 2-yard line. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Again, Walker. And this is not going to do it as he's stopped at the 2-yard line. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
Now they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal.
And this time he is in.
Yes.
Ken Walker, his 11th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Niners have taken a 2-touchdown lead now.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
On the double.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure if something goes...
Well, that's the 3rd interception for Lawrence. And the 49ers are going to take possession of the football. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
Fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Sticking with Walker on 2nd down.
They'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half.
On 3rd down, here's Walker.
And he's going to get the first down here as he's taken down at the 22. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
Again, it's Walker.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half on as the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. Carlson able to put this one through. And that will do it for this first half. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando. That's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin getting set for quarter number 3 here. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Baltimore offense at the line set to get going.
And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball to the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
Now a throw here to his running back. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Here's Lawrence to throw.
Going down the middle, and it's complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football, and right now I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
Throwing again here. It's Lawrence.
And down he goes. The 49ers get there.
Amari Barno
In there to bring him down, and that is sack number 17 for him now on the year.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in third and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect. Here's Cameron Johnston now as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. They call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And the 49ers will take over deep in their own territory. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
They go play action with Howell.
And he's going to be taken down, sacked back at the 2. It'll be a loss of 10. And it'll bring up second.
I think most quarterbacks would love to have the goal line actually extend up into the air and turn into a wall, and they can put their back against it and know exactly where they are on the field so they don't end up in the end zone. Didn't do it on that play, but perilously close to the goal line.
And he will forge his way forward only up to the 2-yard line. And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a third down and long.
And Walker once more.
And he'll get it up to the 12-yard line here. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on fourth. Here's J.K. Scott now, standing about a yard deep in his own end zone. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air.
A very good punt, but a 16-yard return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Throwing again on second down, Lawrence. And he's got his man on the out route. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. 75 yards receiving for him now. And it's a first down.
Now Lawrence.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception.
Picked up by Ambry Thomas. And the Niners are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores. But, yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And, look, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
Sticking with Walker on second down.
And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a third down.
He's having a big game running the football, but that one will hurt the yards per carry a little bit.
Yeah, but the average he's got so far, that's the type of average he wants to take with him to contract negotiations, doesn't he?
Howell throwing on third down here.
And this is going to be incomplete.
Well, they certainly did a nice job there, picking him up out of the backfield and then running stride for stride with him. That's good coverage, and it led to an incompletion.
Here's J.K. Scott now as he's on to punt for San Francisco. Looking up into the lights, and he muffs it.
I feel like you and I could be in our backyard with our dads right now. What did they always say when they were throwing us the ball? Look it all the way in. Make sure you secure it. That had the feeling of not happening there on that play, that he didn't have full control of the ball.
When that punt's coming in, I've never returned punts, but I would imagine it's tough to monitor those guys coming full steam ahead at you.
It really is. You try and get that peek to know where they are, about whether you should fair catch it or not. But sometimes you just have to have a sense, a feeling, and just have to make sure, number one, though, you catch the ball and put it away.
And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage.
Third quarter action here, this regular season finale. This will be 2nd and 10. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down.
And he's going to work this one down to about the 5.
So that time they got the left guard with a hold.
And let's face it, in today's ball, you might have that 330-pound guy you're supposed to clear out of there. You might need a little bit of extra help by grabbing the jersey and trying to ride him out.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this. You're watching.
Sticking with Walker on 2nd down.
And he's brought down after a very nice gain.
145 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you got.
And he is over the line for another rushing touchdown.
Is he a quarterback or is he a tailback?
Sam Howell,
his 2nd touchdown of the night.
And the Niners are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the fourth quarter.
Carlson now to add the extra point. And the lead is now 24. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson.
Fielded just outside the goal line.
Now a hit and a loose football. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. So they've got the football, and they'll start right on the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line.
As that ball got away from him and he saw the opposing team recover it.
You felt his pain?
Oh, I felt his pain, and you know what was going through his head. Tuck it away. Take care of the ball. All the things he hears all week in practice, he didn't carry it over into the game.
Straight ahead, Walker.
And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's 1st and goal. They run again with Walker. And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2.
Well, the spotlight hit him once already tonight as he got into the end zone. He was trying to make it a double spotlight, wasn't he?
But credit the defense, bottling him up, not letting him get in for the second score there. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Walker will score. Touchdown, 49ers. I'm not sure what other ground there is to cover here. I mean, this offense has been amazing. Just total domination, Charles.
They've clicked so well, and if you really focus in on the offensive line, they've protected well when they've wanted to throw the ball. They've moved people off the line of scrimmage when they've wanted to run it. Smiles all the way around. This offense has been really good in this one.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further.
Here we go. Set.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. At this point, partner, things looking pretty bleak. They still haven't scored here in the 4th quarter, facing the big deficit. What silver linings, what can they look to do here offensively?
You know, it's funny, I talked about this with a coach in the offseason and kind of had this scenario, like what feels good to you and what feels good to your team. You're down big. You really have like one possession left, and you're trying to put points on the board that don't matter. But do they? And he told me they actually do matter. And in this situation, he's going to try and run the best offense he can run to have at least a little bit of confidence to take away from that game. So right now, they're going to try their best to get something up on the board and not get shut out.
3 yards is the pickup, but it leaves them still needing 11 here on 3rd down.
Here we go.
They're backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd down, Lawrence. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
It's taken to the 26. A nice run back there off the good punt. It's a 16-yard return. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Here's Walker to start the drive. And they've got to be feeling very comfortable and confident here with this lead in the football here in the 4th quarter, Charles. And I don't think that they need to score again, but it seems like this offense is just getting better as the game goes on. They've scored on their last 2 drives.
It certainly feels like a chance for them to continue to have some fun out there, doesn't it? Game's already decided, as you noted, so they can continue to play loose, break out some other concepts, maybe run a few trick plays, get other people involved. Heck, even go deep on one of these first snaps just because they can.
Walker with another carry. And they get him down about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 3rd down pickup of 5.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
On is the punter Scott here as he gets this one away. And a nice job here to down this one right on the 5-yard line.
That punt was near perfection as it checked up inside the 5-yard line. You never know where these things are going to go, do you?
No, what was it? You got a John Heisman quote about that,
yeah,
right?
He said the football is roughly a prolate spheroid, which means it's going to bounce funny, and you never know where it's going to end up.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
Ready.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Now a shotgun handoff to Pollard. And space opened up a bit. He's able to take this up past the 10. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
And he will have the first down as he's up to his 17-yard line. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
Well, partner, none of these runs individually have added up to a whole lot.
Now, 3 plays, all 3 short runs, but together a first down.
Yeah, it's amazing how the narrative changes when you string them together.
They'll go with Pollard here on first down, and he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one, and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
And now they'll throw it with Lawrence. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
On 3rd down, it's Pollard. And some room. There he goes, left side. 30. 10. And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it.
So they will get on the scoreboard here. Give him credit for that. Too little, too late, but no 0. Oh, you're going slow clap on me.
Not very nice, is it?
No, but they haven't been very nice on offense. It's been a struggle. Elliott good with a PAT, and the lead's down to 24. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And they'll indeed take a knee. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play.
Ball at the 24 and a 2nd and 11. Up the middle, here's Walker.
And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line.
182 yards rushing for him now as he closes in on a 200-yard night. Now try to pick it up on 3rd. Oh, he's got his tight end pitch complete. And he is going to have a 49ers first down, and he'll have it by plenty as they're able to keep the drive alive on 3rd and inches.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Jalen Thompson picks it. And the Ravens are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.